right, so here's the heavyweight contender, Curtis Razor Blaydes, JUCO national champion at Harper College as a collegiate wrestler, and he has been one of the more prolific takedown artists this heavyweight division has ever seen.
Yes, he's a very big, very strong, very skilled wrestler, but don't sleep on the hands of Curtis Blaydes. In the Justin Willis fight, you saw the wrestling set up the overhand right that put Willis down. And you've seen that from Curtis Blaydes, a guy that's so good at that one skill that it opens everything else up. Curtis Blaydes is a beast in the heavyweight division.
He was massively disappointed that Francis Ngannou rematch didn't go his way, but to your point, turned around quickly, beat Justin Willis, and got right back on that path to contention. We'll see how it goes for Curtis Blaydes here tonight. All right, so here's the former UFC interim heavyweight champion, Ciryl Gane, fighting out of Paris, France. Many would argue he is the most layered, sophisticated, potent striker in this UFC's heavyweight division at present, of course, with respect to the champion, John Jones. But he has had a kryptonite at times in terms of the wrestling. That being said, he told us in the fighter meeting Thursday, he has shored this up. You saw that on full display against Sergey Spivak. And he believes now, if any heavyweight in the world is going to try to take him down, that is going to be a whole lot easier said than done. We all know of Ciryl Gane's gifts on the feet. Another big opportunity for him to shine here tonight. Ciryl Gane, ready to engage yet again here tonight. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Curtis Razor Blaydes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Ciryl Gane.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, it is the UFC's unofficial home base, T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and 18,000 plus are expected on hand tonight for what should be an epic UFC live event.
It is going to be a phenomenal fight night in a fantastic arena. T-Mobile Arena, the home of the UFC.
Nice job by the kickboxer there as he gets the front kick home early against the wrestler. You got to think that's going to be a big part of his repertoire here tonight.
Well, yeah, John, especially when you have to stay at range. He's got to maintain distance. And those types of weapons, those front kicks, those kicks up the middle, will allow for him to keep that wrestler at bay so that he can see when those level changes happen, allowing him to defend those takedowns.
Well, few heavyweights move as well as the former interim champ Ciryl Gane, and you see the footwork right away as this fight gets started.
Yeah, the footwork leads to the jab. The guy does a great job of moving into you, and then he pops you. And then the moment you start to rush, he drops the big right hand on you. Ciryl Gane is a hard puzzle to solve, especially as you go up in weight classes. Heavyweights don't move like Ciryl Gane, and you can see that as you watch him right now.
Oh, guillotine here.
That guillotine is tight. You better protect your neck when you fight this guy because he's got the guillotine locked in. But if,
he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Blaydes is in half guard. Blaydes making these ground strikes count. Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Just over 2 minutes, round one. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Curtis Blaydes. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Blaydes. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Blaydes is back in full mount.
You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now. Big ground and pound.
Ground and pound, the hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Final seconds here in round one. Round two is next.
Okay, sit down. Great, good patience out there, man. You did great. Your striking looks amazing. Keep your hands up and stay sharp. You're out.
All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, so there is the horn. That means the round is over. We nearly had a finish due to a submission, but I think you got to give credit to both the offense and the defense.
Yeah, you got to give credit to both guys, but nothing's more beautiful than an extended grappling exchange like we just witnessed. One guy almost submitted, one guy escaping. It's one of the most exciting things you can watch in all of mixed martial arts.
Another combination here, really starting to get into a striking group.
I mean, and stringing them together so effectively. Never throw it.
All right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job. Great shot from the top position.
Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Curtis Blaydes.
Oh, no!
We might get a stoppage here soon. And now he's got the back. Good work from the top here by Blaydes.
This is a terrible position.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
Under a minute to go here in our second round. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Curtis Blaydes. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. Right into side control, upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Well, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway.
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut land.
Great job by Ciryl Gane to use his feet to get inside and land the jab. A lot of people are going to be trying to take this guy down, but he moves so well.
People talk about Ciryl Gane as if he moves like a welterweight. No, he moves more like a bantamweight. We've always talked about guys moving well at 135. Ciryl Gane moves like one of those guys at heavyweight. The fight presents so many problems. And not only does he have that beautiful jab, he possesses a ton of power that can put you up.
Gane's eye starting to swell now. Blocks that kick to the body. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh, big elbow.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Guillotine jump.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Oh, man, he's still targeting that cut, and it is getting worse by the minute.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Blaydes.
Using a lot of good movement. This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhooks. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame.
He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
Bruce Buffer has your decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 46 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Curtis Blaydes.
Curtis Razor Blaydes, ladies and gentlemen. What a win for Blaydes here tonight. We saw some of the evolutions he has made with his striking game. The wrestling was still on point, and you start to wonder, as the big fights will materialize, just how far can Curtis Blaydes take it?